We're going first. And we have a pretty good hand. If I fan call here and the Ditto's in the deck, yes, that's exactly what we want. I'm probably just going to get 2 Hoothoots, to be honest with you, because I already have the Noctowl in hand, and that's looking great. Now I can get the Ditto, which can become a Teal Mask. Super powerful. Bench both Hootoots, no problem. And then we can even, wow, look at that. We can even get a Lightning Energy straight in the discard pile. Transformative start into the Teal Mask. Ideally, of course, we'd like to have a Latias here as well. But this is a pretty wicked start. We can even bump the Spikemuth Gym pretty soon here, and I can go ahead and pass. So I love this start. Obviously, there could be a better start, but damn near not really, to be honest with you. Like, this is, you love to see it. Spikemuth Gym, just as we predicted. And this is a good opportunity to see how we do into Grimmsnarl. It's been a long time since I've played the Raging Bolt, but it's a good opportunity to see how we do into Grimmsnarl. Brock Scouting. I have never seen a Grimmsnarl deck with Brock Scouting. Crazy work. And they're running the Fezandipiti. This might be the Tim Danklin build, but I'm pretty sure Tim Danklin was not playing Brock Scouting. So this is a build I have not seen before. Probably going to be some standard Grimmsnarl, but I'm not sure why he would have the Fezandipiti so vulnerable. That's pretty crazy, honestly. If I could first get, oh no, I'm probably not going to get another, what do you call it, in the discard pile. If I'm getting Crispin Prime Catcher might be pretty good here, to be honest with you, just to keep it simple. Let's go ahead and then Spikemuth Gym. Don't need to Spikemuth Gym for any reason. We'll Noctowl, Jewel Seeker, Crispin Prime Catcher. Love to see that. Crispin to the Raging Bolt. Bada bing, bada boom. In fact, yeah, we'll run it like that. That's valid. Doesn't matter which one we attach by the effect of Crispin, nor does it matter which one we manually attach. We also, if we area 0, we area 0, so it makes no difference. We can go ahead and, I'm just thinking, can we go ahead and bench the Teal Mask without losing anything? Yeah, we can go ahead and bench the Teal Mask, just like this. We will have Professor Sada's Vitality next turn. Prime Catcher, they've already given us a 2-prizer, that was a mistake. And then, which one do we give up? It doesn't matter. In fact, it does matter. So this is gonna get me used to thinking about playing Raging Bolt. We'll go ahead and Teal Mask, Teal Dance this one as well. Oh, you know what? They're not gonna take the Knot. We can actually get rid of, unless we wanna keep for the Grimmsnarl. All right, I have a few things to think about. The first thing is, when I'm Bellowing Thundering, which one am I discarding? Because I'm probably discarding the Fighting because I'm more likely to see another Fighting in the deck if I'm just going to discard one of them, right? But then the other, yeah, that's it, right? But then the other thing is, let's get rid of the Jamming Tower too. And before we do that, let's just spike with the gym to give myself some time to think. We can also, that's what I love about playing against Grimmsnarl, is you can just spike move to look at your deck pretty much whenever you want. That's one thing. The other thought process is, does a Teal Mask knock out does a Teal Mask, a charged up Teal Mask knock out a Grimmsnarl? So let's think about it. If it's doing 3, that's 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18, 2. Yeah, it does. Wow. Okay, so if he's got 2 energy, Grimmothy's getting knocked out by a Teal Mask every time. So does that mean that I actually would rather, let's see, E-Switch, not sure. I haven't seen E-Switch be valuable yet. Do I just get rid of the grasses? No, because size vitality. I'll get rid of at least the Fighting here. At least one. Let's do that. So we'll get rid of Fighting because we're more likely to draw into Fighting if we get Iono or something like that. And then we'll get rid of one of these and one of these. That way, there's still a world where we're able to attack with Teal Mask. I'd like to preserve a little bit of energy on the Teal Mask in case that becomes our play for taking out the Grimmsnarl next turn. Benching the Fezandipiti, huge mistake there on our opponent's part. Oh, we forgot to get rid of the Spikemuth Gym for them. Crazy. So that was a huge, I wouldn't say it's a huge mistake, but that was a mistake on our part. Not getting rid of the Spikemuth Gym. It's really asking, it's forcing us to have a lot more. We do get Iono'd, and we did get the fighting off the prize cards. So in that sense, we were correct to choose that. Okay, good. We have another Crispin. We do have a Latias, which we can't use yet. We do have a Teal Mask. So we could, in theory, get to, like, if they get to the Grimmsnarl and the swing, oh my god. But if they get to the Grimmsnarl and the swing this turn, yeah, it'd have been really nice to have Jamming Tower. But if they get to the Grimmsnarl and the swing this turn, then fine. Yeah, handheld fan is crazy. I don't see any harm in drawing a card. In fact, I probably should have Crispined first. Ooh, Area 0, good. I needed that pretty badly. Latias. So yeah, basically I just should have Jamming Towered last turn. But yeah, let's see. I almost though don't want. Let's Crispin, right? We can attach the Fighting Energy here, and then we can manually attach, and we can even bench the Hoothoot. That's fine. We can draw a card here. We do have an Ultra Ball. So we have some good options, honestly. That's the thing. I could take the knockout with the Teal Mask, but it would actually just be better for me to Bellowing Thunder and just like preserve my Teal Mask, because he can do a knockout against the Grimmsnarl, and then I'll make him. Then I'm forcing him to like gust away the Grimmsnarl basically. So technically, I think the handheld fan is going to be able to put one of my energies in a bad spot. Even if it's knocked out, right, attacking Pokemon, so he can definitely push something with the handheld fan. So essentially, what I did there was like plus with the draw plus the top deck, I'm gonna be able to get into Noctowl. Not to mention, I preserved the Ogerpon so that when he punk ups, he could gust my Ogerpon, fair enough. Then I would be able to take out his Grimmsnarl with my Raging Bolt most likely next turn. But if it's a thing where, you know, he just hits the Raging Bolt, then it's the easiest thing in the world for me to use Latias to retreat into my Teal Mask so that I can just, you know, take out the Grimmsnarl. I mean, that'd just be pure cake. And you know what? It's funny. He actually accelerated it onto a Pokemon that actually really helps me to have it accelerated against. Because theoretically this guy could get trapped. So it's like, thanks, you actually... okay, good. I can also get rid of my Noctowl and my Rotom. Probably not going to need the Rotom. Awesome. Love that. So then he's probably just going to swing into the Raging Bolt, and then I might just keep my options open as far as my Noctowl. I might not be in a rush to like use it because I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to need next turn. This is a spot where more Raging Bolt experience would be useful. If you know the answer to this in the comments, then let me know. Like, would it be better for me to Noctowl to try to go wide here, Nest Ball, that kind of thing? Or would it be better for me to just chill out, basically? Well, for one thing, I'd have to get rid of these two. So I think the short answer is, like, don't burn the Nest Ball, right? Oh, but now I think it gets a little bit different, right? Because now I can Earthen Vessel away this to pull my remaining energy out of the deck. The Fighting. And we could actually Noctowl here to get Area 0 plus something useful. Let's do... I still don't think I Noctowl. I think I hold on to it, to be honest with you. I think I just switch into this guy and attack. Let's see, 60. We might lose it. Yeah, if we lose the Raging Bolt, we lose the Raging Bolt. It is what it is. And then we just 360 Myriad Leaf Shower. Yeah, this turn, that was my least certain turn. Obviously, Teal Mask, knock out the Grimmsnarl, that's easy. That's light work. But I'm not sure if I should have done any kind of like Noctowling that turn. I do kind of like the idea of leaving the Noctowls like open in case we get Iono'd and stuff. But But maybe there was a play there that I was supposed to make. You see what I'm saying? A side effect of playing Raging Bolt is that handheld fan, really not the worst thing. Because the energy stays accelerated on your side of the board. Like, I love that. I think that's pretty awesome. They have Prime Catcher and handheld fan. Cool. But why... What good is the Prime Catcher going to do them if they're not going to be able to have some sort of free retreat pivot? Not sure about that. Not sure about that at all. Too bad I don't have a Lightning Energy accelerated on my guy, though. Oh, well, they're just dead. They're just cooked. Well, simple as that. They were playing a really weird build. I'm just going to go ahead and Myriad Leaf Shower to knock them out. 360. And they are... That's a wrap. Oh my gosh. Before the game is over, they get to move the Grass Energy. That's hilarious. That's a pretty funny interaction. In real life, I don't think anybody on the earth would be like, okay, hold on. Before the game's over, let me go ahead and move that Grass Energy. Whew. All right. Nice. Good game. Dude literally benches the entire squad, the whole world, every Team Rocket's Pokemon with the max belt, like straight away, immediately. Insane. Like going first. Like, I've never seen that. Dude didn't need a Team Rocket's Proton. Dude didn't need anything. He's got the Murkrow, like, damn. Alright. So I put the Teal Mask in the active spot because it's going to be easier to retreat. Obviously, there's a possibility to me Bellowing Thundering at some point. But I wasn't sure that I wanted to Bellowing Thunder. So I thought, you know what, let me not do that yet. Ooh, okay, so now I can Nest Ball. Probably going to be for the... Did I prize both? I prized both my Fan Rotoms. Crazy. Unless I have one in hand. Okay, that's actually pretty bad. That means... What do I want to get? Maybe just a Hoothoot. Then do I want an Iono? Probably not. What becomes my play? I really wanted the Fan Rotom here. In this spot, do I have an attack? A Slither Wing. Iono. Let's see. Iono. Nah, Ditto. Ditto's probably not going to be the move. I think I'm going to just need to get a Hoothoot with my Nest Ball. That might have been a better play. Maybe a Mew there, something like that. And now I'm thinking at this point, maybe I could discard this somehow. Like if I attach, but then I'm still... Yeah, this is kind of awkward. I'm glad that I get to practice what I think. Maybe this is a beautiful hand. Maybe you guys see this as Raging Bolt players and you're like, oh my god, this hand's perfect. But I'm glad I get to practice what feels like an extremely awkward hand. I'll go ahead and just attach here because that makes a lot of sense. And then I don't think I mind having the Slither Wing either. I could see that being useful as an attacker. Jamming Tower, so the max belt doesn't work, just in case they pop off. But they'll have the factory. Do I really think they're going to pop off this turn? No, I don't think so. Should I bench the Fezandipiti? I think I'll get another turn to chill. Like, I really don't think I'm getting max belted this turn. But it is possible that it makes them find one more thing that they have to find. So maybe I will. And then... Definitely not gonna Iono, I'll tell you that. There's no world where I'm Ionoing here. And then I think I could hold... See, I don't mind the Fezandipiti, just in case, worst case scenario, and then I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna leave it like that. That way I get to keep my energy accelerated to my Teal Mask. I've got some Pokemon in play. I got the Noctowl for next turn. We get to see what they have cooking up on their side. Crazy that that's what they have. That's what they're working with. I wonder what they're gonna pull up and trap. Maybe they just want to trap the Slither Wing. Maybe they want to trap the Fezandipiti. I mean, trapping the Fezandipiti makes sense. But luckily for us, we are able to Teal Dance and then Noctowl and all that stuff. And then they're just going straight back into the Murkrow. Okay, whew, we're looking good. If we had a Baby Bolt, I'd be super happy right now. Go ahead and Teal Dance. Ursaluna, interesting. Noctowl, now what do I want, right? I'm thinking Noctowl gets me like Prime Catcher. No, I need. I kind of want a Nest Ball too, but I also have the Iono as a possibility. I really want to kill their. Like if I go Prime Catcher Crispin, just to kill their Tarantula, then we're in a pretty good spot. So I don't hate that. Let's just be really oppressive and Prime Catcher Crispin here. Like I would have liked to have gone like, you know, basically have my baby Bolt online just so I can start sniping, because that's so useful in this match. But I don't see that right now. Like how could I possibly get there? Like how could I baby Bolt here? Maybe I had a baby Bolt play earlier, like with my Ditto, that I just missed. Not sure. I'd probably have to go back and watch the replay. But here I will just Prime Catcher. I want this guy, because I'm honestly more afraid of him with a max belt than I am even the Mewtwo, I think. Yeah, plus I get to be so non-committal with getting rid of my energy. I'll go ahead and just Crispin here for this. And ooh, do I want to? I could make another attacker. I don't mind that, honestly. Then I'll have less card draw, but I have an Iono, so that's pretty chill. Yeah, we'll attach this guy with Crispin. Then we get to attach this guy. Pretty awesome. That way I can just Bellowing Thunder and get rid of one grass, because it's not like Ogerpon is an attacker in the Mewtwo matchup. So yeah, their max belt's gone. Like I don't even think there's a way to get max belt back. So that's pretty big in their matchup. That means, and one of the Tarantulas is gone too. So it kind of looked like they set up crazy with benching all the Rockets Pokemon without even having to play a supporter. But they're on top deck mode. So that's pretty bad for them. The Earthen Vessel, the way an Earthen Vessel, oh, they're cooked. Yeah, I think we got this one in the bag. I don't see how. Like you know how people say, what could possibly go wrong? And then everything goes wrong. This feels like one of those there where it's like, what could possibly, like honestly, what could possibly go wrong? I have so much Pokemon recovery. I think I have 2 Night Stretchers. I think I have 2 Night, I should know. But definitely get rid of the Ditto here, actually. That's even better. And I'll get Grass, and do I want to get a Lightning? I'll just get double Grass, just for card draw. And then I'll get Grass right here. Bada bing. A Nest Ball is cool, actually, because then we can, like, I feel like it's too late to go Baby Bolt, but I can Latias, which is pretty big. And I do have the Fezandipiti, so if I get Iono down but I have the Latias, it's chill. Yeah, in this spot, it would kind of suck if I lost my Teal Mask, but also not really, because I don't have, what do you call it, right? So I almost want to just feed them the Slither Wing. I think that's better, because Teal Mask is so useful. I could just keep the Teal Mask. Could also keep the Raging Bolt, make them have to work for it at least. So I can just Burning Turbulence here. And you know what's funny? It didn't even occur to me if I knocked them out with the Burning Turbulence, because I forgot about resistance. But yeah, him being a flying type, I guess, in essence, means, yeah, resistance minus 30 is crazy. So yeah, no biggie. No biggie on that front. If they have the... what the hell is that? Protective Goggles. The basic Pokemon this card actually has no weakness. So trying to protect Mewtwo from dark attacks. Oh my god. That's crazy. The takedown does not take out the Slither Wing. Yeah, if they lose their Team Rocket's Tarantula here, they're done, even if I give up a prize card. That's pretty rough for our opponent. I don't mind drawing here. There's no drawback to that, I don't think. And then, yeah, if he has this, he has Giovanni. I mean, look, it's honestly, it's ridiculous for me to really even worry about it. But I'm trying, there is still a best play here, and I'm not 100% sure what it is. Like, getting rid of the Teal Mask is usually bad, but I don't think it matters that much. Like, basically what I'm saying is, if the Mewtwo somehow gets empowered, which he can't, it's like not possible actually, because he'd have to accelerate 2 energies. Not possible is a strong word, right? Like, he could technically have Crispin, and he could draw into what? He could draw into Yeah, I don't know what he could draw into. He's definitely screwed. Because there's no like combination of cards, I think, where he could actually even get going with the Mewtwo this turn. This list is crazy. This list is absolutely crazy. I feel bad that he's playing against Raging Bolt, which is like a good, consistent, like does something deck. And he's trying out some wackiness. But I do feel like, honestly, I read Muck. I forgot what it does. I hope maybe we'll see it this game, maybe we won't. But I read Muck recently, and I was like, that's actually looks like a card that I would play, make a video around. I don't remember. If you guys remember, comment like what it is. But I'll look it up later if I remember. Yeah, I think I just keep swinging here with the Teal mat. Like, I'm just not trying to get rid of my energy. That's all I'm doing. And I'm also not trying to give up. Yeah, I'm just stacking with the Teal mask. That way I don't sacrifice energy. Because anything else that I do, I'd be losing energy. And then next turn, I can obviously be a little more forceful. Area 0. Well, you know what? I probably could have Area 0'd this turn. Unless I just drew that. Because I was just thinking if I did Area 0, then I could, even if he gets Ariana, even if he gets Proton, I mean, even if he gets Archer, then what? You know what I'm saying? I have a Latias on board. So regardless of what he's able to accomplish, like even if I have no cards in hand, yes, I have no Mew, but I have like, you know, whatever I need. If I go Area 0 and then Ultra Ball for an Owl, that would be decent here. But yeah, so he needs one more energy, and then he could knock out the Teal mask theoretically. So we'll see what happens. Our opponent's thinking about something. I'm not sure what they could be thinking about. If he has a factory, he's probably gonna play the factory. Oh, he's thinking about what he's gonna push up into the active spot. An Articuno. Okay, so he's just gonna sacrifice the Articuno. The Articuno does go down because it's not resistant, so he also loses the Articuno, and then whatever comes up into the active gets killed. If the Jamming Tower goes, then I do need more energy in play in order to kill the Mewtwo, which means there's maybe an argument to, but I do have a Fezandipiti, so if I lose something I can Fez, right? So I'm not even really tripping about any of that. If I lose something I can Fez and then get into some energy and we'll be just fine. It's just that like if they're swinging with this Mewtwo and it's a 330 Mewtwo and I lose this Teal mask, then I'm gonna need one more energy to take the knockout. So that's a thing. You see what I'm saying? But he'd also have to find. I'll just go ahead and swing because he'd also have to find the. You know what? Actually, what was a bit better there probably was using the Slither Wing to take that knockout. Because if I retreat into the Slither Wing, use the Slither Wing to take the knockout there, then dude, and then I only lose. Oh no, I could lose theoretically more energy that way. Yeah, no. So this is fine. This is actually safer. Because then I'm losing 2 energy, and then I could still lose the 3 energy if he finds the boss or something like that. So here again, we're going to get Archered, it looks like. And then unfortunately for our opponent, if he wants to take this Teal Mask Ogerpon knockout, he's going to have to discard an entire Team Rocket's energy. And then I do have Professor Sada's, and I'll certainly have energy in the discard pile, so I'm sure we'll get bailed out of whatever. So these late game Ionos are always scary. Late game Ionos are nothing to shake a stick at. And we should be fine. Yeah, because we'll have 2 energy in the discard pile, which means we'll have a total of like 6 energy. All we need is 5 to get to 350. So we'll be just fine. We'll be just fine with just Professor Sada's. So things worked out pretty ideally for us this game. They got a factory. And yeah, Protective Goggles. Interesting card. Didn't even realize that was a card that existed. I had some vague idea that it existed, but I don't think I've ever actually seen it. I think I've heard tell of it. I've heard about it. I could see it potentially being good. It might help Mewtwo, to be honest with you. But I'm trying to think who hits it for Grimmsnarl and stuff like that. But he already beat Grimmsnarl with the grass. Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel good to be Dark Weak as Mewtwo, but I don't think that solves Mewtwo's problems at all. Like getting rid of the Dark weakness. Even though Dark is a common attacking type right now. Maybe in Charizard, maybe it matters. I don't know, you still have Spidops. So, Mewtwo, interesting Pokemon. So here, yeah, basic, simple. We just Raging Bolt here. And then we just Professor Sada's That's all we gotta do. Bada bing, bada boom, and we got plenty of energy. We'll add a little bit more energy, why not? We'll make our opponent, we'll BM a little bit, and flip the script, all that, you know. We'll draw even more, well, we'll give the opportunity to draw even more energy by flipping the script first. We got Teal Mask here. Our opponent's cool for letting us take the huge knockout if they do. Bada bing. Yeah, this is enough. They might not let us do more than this. At least I'm going fast, right? And then, yeah, we already attached manually, it looks like. So we'll just go ahead and do this. And then we'll take a massive 630 knockout with the Bellowing Thunder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. For 630 damage. I don't think I've ever discarded 10 energy. That might be the most energy that I've discarded with Raging Bolt. And we get the victory. So good game to our opponent.